Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are creating a bachelor pad. So I wanted this to be in quite a modern style but also quite small. So here you'll just see me sort of trying to figure out the outside. I didn't want it to have like too much shape. I wanted it to be very, very simple and just have those sort of sharp edges to it, like a sort of a modern house would generally have. I did add like a little chimney, a little porch area as well. And I kind of wanted this house to just be quite simple, not too much to it. And yeah, still be interesting with like textures and colours, but not in your face, just very, very simple. Almost like sort of a bachelor would generally have, or like stereotypically what a bachelor would have. I must say this is like quite stereotypical. So yeah, just adding like the big windows. I did find this like house design on Google, and it had like these big open windows that sort of like wrapped around the building, as you'll see me trying to create here using move objects. I just sort of moved the windows slightly closer together so that they had that more wrap round effect. On the original image I couldn't find the door, so I sort of squished it around the back here behind the chimney, and I thought actually it kind of fit there. It was kind of like hidden but also, you know, had a little bit of privacy when you first like walk into the house and walk out the house as well. So I decided to go with this sort of like paneling style on the outside. I believe this is from Eco Lifestyle, and I don't know, I quite like this sort of paneling for modern houses. I feel like it is that modern sleek style that we generally see on quite a few modern houses. And then I went for this almost like painted brick on the chimney. I believe that comes with cottage living, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'm just going right into the inside. I did sort of take a couple of days to build this. It didn't take me a couple of days, may I add. I just split it up in parts. This is actually quite a short video compared to what I normally make. But I had a lot of fun with this, and again, with this being a bachelor pad, I thought, well, actually, I could use this area to create almost like a lofted space for the bedroom. And yeah, just really open up the entire building. So yeah, I'm just dabbling and adding little bits on the outside, just finishing off the general exterior before I go in and do the inside and decorate. I must say, with the exterior of this, the foundation did keep disappearing, and I don't know if that's like a glitch or maybe I was just doing something to make it disappear. But yeah, I haven't experienced that before, like quite as frequent. So I don't know, let me know if you guys experience this in your game, because I'd be really, really interested to know. And as for the side here, I wanted there to be a kitchen. So I didn't want like a massive window where it'd be blocked by the counters, but I still wanted quite a nice big window and let in a lot of light. Even though there are quite a few windows in this place, it still feels quite dark inside. So I did end up adding quite a lot of light, just to sort of bring that brightness in that I originally wanted. And I am really happy with how this build turned out. So we are now going into decorating. I wanted to keep the decorating as well very simple, very plain, and still have like those darker colours from the outside brought in, but still very modern and sleek. Now I did place counters underneath the stairs here, but I'm not entirely certain that these are functional, just because where they are under the stairs. So I use that as like the corner counter and like an end counter, and then just pop the bin over there. So if they're not functional, it's not that big of a deal. I will say though, I've just realised that one thing I did forget in this build was actually a sink. So yeah, I forgot a sink, which, you know, that's just typical me, forgetting a sink in a kitchen. There is one in the bathroom though, so your Sims can technically wash up, but that's just me style, I guess. So yeah, going into the bathroom, just a very, very simple bathroom. I did use the very expensive shower. I thought, you know, if they're a bachelor, chances are they're going to use the very expensive shower. I don't know why I think that, but in my head, this bachelor is very rich. So yeah, I mean, you can use this for like a couple. You can get to both sides of the bed. I wanted it to so that you could get to both sides of the bed for obvious reasons. But yeah, you could use this for a couple if you wanted to. It doesn't just have to be for a bachelor. So you'll see me here in the lounge. I originally wanted it like the sofa to face the window, but then there was like no space on that wall for the telly and it wouldn't have been central. So I decided to switch it round, and I switched up the sofa, and I really like this sofa. I feel like it fits the Home Chef Hustle counters really nicely and the fridge quite nicely. They are slightly different shades, but they are still very, very similar. And these sofa pieces, they're like modular, and they come with Dream Home Decorator. That's it. I couldn't remember what the pack was called for a second. But yeah, I do like those modular pieces. They are very, very versatile. I do use them quite often, especially when I like play The Sims for my household. Not necessarily in my builds recently though, but if I play like The Sims with my own household, I generally try and use them quite a lot. And I feel like they're quite good for family homes as well, especially like that rounded one that you can get. But here we are in the bachelor's bedroom. Now this I found quite difficult to decorate because it is so tiny. But to be able to create that lofted space, I sort of needed those two tiles just sort of over the doorway, just to make it like feel lofted. But yeah, it did make the top a bit squishy. So I did originally want to add bits to both sides, and I did end up using like a smaller plant, but I kind of wanted something a bit more modern. But yeah, this one ended up being the one I picked. There wasn't a lot of plants that could fit in that space, unfortunately. And with this rug as well, I changed this several times just because I didn't feel like anything truly fit underneath that bed. Like there's no rug that really matches the colour of that bed, which is just unfortunate because it's such a lovely bed. And again, it's got that really like modern contemporary style to it. So yeah, I really, really wanted to use that bed. But yeah, if you did want to download this build as well, you can always check out my gallery ID, which is always linked down in the description down below, to all of my builds. So yeah, go and check that out, please. That would be great. And yeah, it'd be really nice to see what you guys decide to do with this build as well. So yeah, we are just like playing around with this rug. I just could not figure out which one I wanted at all. I wanted something modern and sleek, but I ended up going with this sort of rosy colour one. All like the black colour swatches seemed to be too dark. They weren't like grey enough, so that's where I felt it like sort of maybe didn't fit. But yeah, we did end up just choosing that rose one in the end, which I feel like I use quite a lot, to be honest. And I feel like a lot of people use that one a lot. It's quite a versatile one. But yeah, we're on the outside now, just landscaping. I added quite a few rocks. I sized them up using the bracket keys. If you guys don't know how to do that, you just press your shift and bracket key, and you can size objects up and down. And I do this quite a lot with the rocks, especially in like these desert-y builds, because I don't know, I feel like too many plants can sort of feel misplaced in a world like this. But I do still want to add a few plants, so I added them. Excuse me, guys, it's been a long day. Using these rocks and like sizing them up and then using plants around, I just feel suits the area better. So yeah, we are coming up to the end of the build now, so please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone.